Woo!
Hey, folks.
Hey.
Well, guys, before we get started today, I got a new... What is it, like a guest? We got a new guest I couldn't be more excited to introduce you to. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to our new guest. What is this stupid guy's name? Analog Delayman. Delayman.
Hey, it's a real honor to be here. I'm really happy to be on the show. I just want to plug my new podcast.
Okay, what is he saying?
Yeah, thanks again for having me. I want to plug my Patreon and all my podcasts. I have several podcasts.
Analog Delayston, can you turn it down? Can you fix that? I can't understand what you're saying. Yeah, I can't make out what the goddamn guy's saying.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Candace Owens and conservative website The Daily Wire have officially broken up.
Who?
Friday morning, The Daily Wire CEO Jeremy Boring posted on X, quote, Daily Wire and Candace Owens have ended their relationship.
Well, praise God, Lana Del Rey to all of you.
Yeah, so I don't know, the big story, I guess we could call it. Nah, maybe not the big story. A kind of wacky story? I don't know, maybe not even interesting. Who cares? Some kind of story over the weekend. This lady, what's the hell is her name? Candace.
This lady, Candace.
They gave her one of these.
Boom.
So she got fired from this little social media empire. You know, a little bit of respect to Candace Owens for marching out of lockstep, I guess, with her employer. She was speaking a little too freely, and that's a little frowned upon. So she went on this radio show, The Breakfast Club, with Charlemagne.
Praise God.
Got over 1 million views in 3 days.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Okay, what is that? They are kind of losing an asset because she is a master at, like, what would we call it? Keeping her name in the headlines. Keeping her name trending. Just look at these headlines. This is from today. Candace Owens, Washington Post. Whoa. The Washington... Pendejo. Candace Owens departs from the whatever crap. Candace Owens out at Daily Wire. Every big news, every big media outlet. Daily Beast cuts ties with Candace Owens. She is really good at this. Oh, Candace Owens in a fight with Cardi B. Cardi B, one of the biggest celebrities in the whatever. Candace Owens gets right in there, you know? Candace Owens starts going... Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, Instagram, I'm sorry I kind of look like a dirtbag today, but I'm super excited. It's a very, very big day. Okay, where do I even start? I guess I'll start from the beginning, which is that when Parler got taken out of the App Store, if you're like me, you're just so tired of everyone complaining about these hideous things that happen. Parler gets taken out of the App Store, Trump gets taken off social media, everyone's like, oh my god, big tech's a problem, big tech is so bad, oh my god, I hate big tech, we gotta fight big tech censorship, big tech, 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 big tech.
Okay, so on today's episode, I thought, why the hell not? We will...
Praise God.
To the true queen of all social media. That's right. What's her name?
Got your ass! Woo!
Perverts.
This clip that I just played, this is one of my favorite Candace Owens things. How many views did this get on Instagram? Over 2 million views, where she's promoting this thing called the Freedom Phone. And to explain what the Freedom Phone is, we're going to go back to Delayman. Oh, what's that? Oh, he died. How did he die? He was brutally murdered. Okay, so we'll just get Candace Owens to explain what the hell the Freedom Phone is, or as many people call it, the
toilet
phone. Okay.
Finally, we got a phone, and I cannot be more excited about it, and I'm telling you today, you need to get this phone.
I do?
I'm so on board with this. I said I want to be the biggest spokesperson for this phone. If it does not help save the nation, I don't pitch it, okay?
Whoa,
so I'm serious.
Whoa. So if I buy this phone, I'm going to save the nation?
So this is called the Freedom Phone. If you use my code Candace, you can get 10% off. You go to freedomphone.com.
Oh my, praise God.
You pop out your SIM card and you insert your SIM card into here. That's it.
I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do. Hey, you will notice that. I don't know how to do that. You know, this lady Candace, she was one of the main people pushing this phone, promoting this piece of crap. You know, and you know, I wouldn't say that this is genius or brilliant, but I would say that this is a very clever, in a very stupid, opportunistic kind of way. Because when they started peddling this stupid phone, all these social media
perverts
were like, big tech is censoring us. And we found a solution, the Freedom Phone. But in reality, the Freedom Phone was a rebranding of a Chinese phone that was available online for $120, substantially less than the Freedom Phone's $500 price tag. Okay, but this story gets even funner. Here we go. 2 years later, though, Freedom Phone's business is falling apart. It's going like this. Amid customer complaints, in a bitter, previously unreported legal battle that began in April of 2022, the men behind Freedom Phone's backers have accused one another of blowing their windfall profits. In one case, in a $10,000 shopping spree for video games. Definitely one of my favorite Candace stories that I
Praise God
for.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Oh, holy f***ing shit.
Praise God.
And they're still doing those radio intros. Charlemagne to God. Hey, it's great. You know, whatever. They're still doing that. That's amazing. That hasn't changed in, 100 years?
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Rachel Dolezal has an OnlyFans.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV. Just hilarious. Charlemagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a
Thank
special
God.
guest in the building.
Oh, they're not going to like this one.
We have Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
Welcome.
Lord, that makes but how were people better under Trump, though?
Huh?
Like what are some things that you can point to?
Well, I mean, like I said, common sense. Everybody was living better under Trump, but just in terms of the environment for people that were entrepreneurial, definitively one of the first things he did was he started slashing regulations, slashing these barriers that prevent people who want to go into business from starting a business because they learned that there's all of these government agencies that are, you got to get this into place, you got to get this in place, you have to get, this license. That's government agencies that are actually standing between you and starting a company. And so on his very first day, he was just like cutting regulations left and right, saying throw this one out, throw this one out, throw this one out, which freed up the markets. At the end of the day, what I am is I'm a free market capitalist.
All right, yeah, so this Charlemagne
Praise God
interview is an hour with Candy Owens, And then whatever, this is a fun radio talk show. But most of the interview is like this, where it's just like, sounds like she knows what she's talking about. And here Charlemagne is like, well, why did you like this guy Trump? Like, well, what did he do that's so great? And she's like, well, he did a lot of deregulation, and that helped normal people. Here's a great example. Check this out from ProPublica. How payday lenders spent $1 million at a Trump resort and cashed in. Whoa. At the Trump Doral outside Miami, payday lenders celebrated the potential death of a rule intended to protect their customers. They couldn't have done it without with this guy.
It's weird.
So that's one of many great examples of helping normal people, Helping normal people by, ripping off poor people. And whatever, then there's this. How Trump's deregulation sowed the seeds for Silicon Valley Bank's demise.
Now, you said you don't perform, but you said you would put your entire professional reputation on the line. That First Lady Bridget Macron is in fact a man.
Guys, I am so happy that you asked me this question because to me, this is the wildest thing that I've ever looked into. No, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. You absolutely must go watch my episodes on this because I'm telling you, I'm not the person that... Back when they were saying Michelle Obama was a dude, whatever, where is Obama from? I'm not a person that's just going to jump on that and say things that are ridiculous. This was so crazy that I figured this was going to be so easy to debunk. Like I looked into this and I'm like, what is this case that's happening in France? The French people are all oppressed, saying that they're being, everybody's lying. I looked into it, blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. First off, let me ask you a question. If I say right now, I'm like, you were born a man. You lived for the first 30 years of your life as a man. What is the first thing you would do?
Yeah, it's a really interesting interview with Charlemagne, Praise God, Lana Del Rey, and Candace Owens, because, when I was listening to this, in the car, it's an hour long, I was thinking, like, if you're just kind of casually listening to this, Candace Owens kind of sounds like she knows what she's talking about. But here she's talking about this story that, I don't know, a lot of people were clicking on, that the president of France's wife was a man at one point, and now she's a woman. And Candace Owens put a tweet up that was like, I would bet my whole career that she was a man at one point, which is kind of bold, because there's no real reason to believe that. But the funnier thing she said about it is that it's the biggest political scandal ever. So the First Lady of France is transgender. Okay. How does that affect me? I don't even live in France.
Oh my God, did you hear about the First Lady of France? We gotta stop her.
Okay. Because then why are...
That's a ludicrous statement.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because earlier when we were talking about Dave Smith and I said that some Jewish people don't agree with what Israel is doing as a nation, you suggested that they were self-hating Jews.
Well, that's not what I suggested.
Okay, what is this? 1.1 million views in 6 days on this. And this is another thing. She's like in these fights, these social media fights with these rabbis. What's this guy's name? I don't know. These don't seem like the most informative debates that I've ever seen.
How dare you go into the misogynistic, the anti-Semitic trope of his hag daughter, something used throughout the late 18th and early through the early 20th century.
Sorry, hag is now anti-Semitic?
So that is a term of his hag daughter that goes back into the witches of Eastern Europe. Why did you have to call her a hag daughter?
Just to be clear, because she's a witch. What? I think she's a witch. That's not because she's Jewish. I would call someone a hag of any color. I think she's a witch. What they have done over the last 2 years. I believe his daughter is a hag. I said that because that's what I believe. You may disagree with me on that, but to say that that's anti-Semitic is ridiculous. I would call any person a hag.
Candace?
It's weird.
I'm going to be very clear without trying to be insulting, so please forgive me if it comes off wrong. Okay, it's not meant to.
No, it's fine. You can insult me.
I don't want to.
I've dealt with 2 years of a rabbi insulting me, so I'm
okay. Yeah, you might not learn a lot from these debates, but they certainly are
weird.
Okay, let's check out another one of these media
perverts.
What's this guy's name? Piers. But he's really into this kind of like turning all this stuff into fireworks on TV. And Candace Owens,
pervert.
She's getting a lot more media attention from this. Check this out.
As well as the topic of the war, we also touched on the rabbi's recent feud with Candace Owens, where she described him as being unholy for running a kosher sex shop with his daughter.
Candace Owens, I don't take anything she says seriously. She'll say anything for attention. She knows nothing about Judaism, and she knows nothing about sex, clearly.
Okay, I'd like for Candace to respond to that second point. She's like, yes, I do. I'm going to go into some details about that.
People have lost the ability to connect.
Metal Max 1 wrote, completely unfair to allow both Shmuley and his daughter to come on and attack Candace Owens without having Candace on to defend herself. Shmuley and his daughter have been attacking Owens for over a year, and the moment she replies, she's called an anti-Semite. It is crazy and poor form for the show. Well, to be fair, we have repeatedly asked Candace on Uncensored. She's indicated she may come on soon. I hope that's the case, and she can say what the hell she likes in response. But I think it's also fair to say she's been doing that anyway when it comes to Rabbi Shmuley. As for a kosher sex shop, why not? Why shouldn't Jewish people be allowed to have sex? If they
Calm
want to
down,
use
Piers.
Stuff from a sex shop, why should they be precluded from doing so? Why shouldn't we feel that's anything bad? Sex is wholesome, people. You should try it more.
Hey, calm down. Hey, shut up, Piers.
Any person that is advocating for genocide is always in the wrong. And when I wrote that tweet, I was referring to Brian Mast, who was a congressman. He got up and he literally said in Congress that there's no such thing as an innocent Palestinian. And I was like, that is genocidal.
So, I don't know. Respect to Candace Owens for not just saying what her bosses tell her to say. These
perverts.
But I will say everything else she says in this interview is completely
weird.
Well, anyway, guys, it's Monday, or as I call it,
toilets. But I hope it does great. Hope you have a great time.
Even though it's Monday, I still hope you take the time to
praise God. Praise God.
And I really hope you stay
value-tamed.
I guess I'll talk to you guys later. See you then. Bye-bye.
I might just walk out here and think I'm gonna take about a week off. Guys!
You're not getting the whole show, okay? Please, for Christ's sake, become a member on Patreon, okay? For as little as 2 bones. When you join on Patreon for as little as 2 stupid little bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday shows every week. The Quaments program, where you can ask questions or tell stories or do whatever, and it's a whole show. Behind the scenes crap.
All for 2 putrid little bones, that's it.
And if you really want to support the wretched show, people call it because they're satanic, they're sick, you could become a producer for only 25 bones. These beautiful people here are, God! Without these producers, it's over, man. It's done.
Do you think we can do the show without the producers?
Okay, because if you do think that, You got another thing coming, my man.
You got a totally different thing coming.
Without the producers, it is as good as over.
Hello?
Is anyone listening to me? Please answer. I'll wait. Please answer.
Our hearts and our toilets
are forever endowed unto the producers from which all light comes. Praise God.
Praise God.
It really is amazing to have such beautiful producers, and if you want to do it, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. I love the producers so much that I wrote a little song about them. Here we go.
Hit it. Without the producers, we're going straight to hell. And we'll be their nationality for all eternity. And then we'll go down to the lower level of hell where you can't get out. Not even for good behavior / deeds. Go down there. Deeds.